Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this Saturday evening live session where we are going to go deeper into what topic we are going to discuss today. It is attribute agreement analysis, triple A. Okay, it is a part of, you know, it is a part of measurement system analysis, very good, MSA. And today we are going to go a little deeper. So I cover the basics and I will cover the advanced. I'm going to explain you how the kappa value, etc., are calculated manually. Okay, what are the formula to calculate kappa value, etc. Okay, again, do we have to remember all the formula, etc.? Then the answer is absolutely no. But do we have to understand how it works? The answer is yes. Okay, because we have our amazing software called Minitab with us. So manual calculations are not needed, but understanding the fundamental at least once is what is expected from the expert. So as we know that, Saturdays we go a little deeper, we take some deeper concepts. That's why today, even though attribute agreement analysis is there in the green belt as well. So green belt, only awareness level is covered about it. And in the black belt level, we go a little deeper. And today I'm going even one step further to give you formula to calculate manual kappa value. So let me first go to my whiteboard and give you a little bit of AAA. How many of you have not heard of AAA before? Just type me in the chat box. No idea about AAA, attribute agreement analysis. Just type me in the chat box. Okay, almost all the new members in the group. All right, so don't worry, I will connect the dots. All right, now let's first cover the basics. Okay, first cover the basics. Now, when we do the fishbone analysis, there are 6 M's we all know, right? What are the 6 M's? If you know, man, machine, method. Can you just type others? Then material. Then mother nature. Then you have measurement. Yes. So man, machine, method, material, mother nature, measurement. Everybody knows this. Though maintenance is not there in the 6 M's. You can add maintenance, you can add money, you can add management, but these are the 6 which are the fundamental ones which were given by Ishikawa. Okay. Now, what does it mean? Just try to understand this. See, ultimately what we are doing here, the crux of, let's say, Six Sigma is, this is a process variation and all these factors are working on this process variation. All these, man, machine, method, mother nature, material, all these things. Our objective is to identify under these buckets, man bucket, what are the factors, machine buckets, and work on them, improve them, and bring the process, close to the center. If this is a target, bring the process close to the center, and in this entire journey, reduce the defect. Correct? So this is, let's say, lower specification limit, and this is upper specification limit. Before we improve, this all is defect or rejection. Now, once we bring the process in the center by working on these factors, which we are going to identify, then we bring the process in the center, and by doing that, the rejections or defects gets reduced. This is a simple fundamental of Six Sigma. Everybody's clear with this? Just give me yes in the chat box. So we work on the reason why there is, so we ask the question why there is a more variation in the process. What are the man reason? What are the machine reason? What are the material reason? What are the mother nature reason? What are the measurement reasons? So all these reasons we identify, then we work upon it and we reduce the variation. And by reducing the variation, we reduce the defects. Clear, everybody? Just give me yes quickly. This is a fundamental, everybody understood? Thank you very much for confirmation. Everybody just type yes. Yes, so this is a funda. This is a funda we are. So here in this, there is something called measurement. So Six Sigma says that there could be variation coming from measurement. Now, example. I give this example every time. The same example, let me continue. Your weight done at your residence, your weight done at your gym, and your weight done at your, let's say, physician. Okay, 3 locations you have done the weight. Do you observe, generally, do you observe the variation, some variation in the weight? Just give me yes. Do you observe some variation in the weight? Yes or no? Do you get exactly, let's say your weight is 70.2. So do you get exactly 70.2, 70.2, 70.2 everywhere? No, right? So this is where the measurement system variation comes into play. Now, this could be because of the equipment, this could be because of the person, and there are so many things. And to identify, okay, to quantify, now understand this. In the measure phase, what we say, whatever you want to control, whatever you want to, reduce, first start measuring it. That's the principle of Six Sigma measure phase. Okay, in the measure phase, what is the tagline? Whatever we can't measure, we can't improve. Understand this, very simple, but very powerful. Whatever we can't measure, we can't improve. If we can't measure, if we are not measuring our monthly expenses, we can't control it. Okay, if we are not measuring our weight regularly, we can't control it. If we are not measuring our cholesterol level regularly, we can't have the control over it. Okay, so measurement plays a very crucial role everywhere. Now, how do we quantify the variation coming from the measurement system? That is a question. And that's where there is a science which we study, and that is called as MSA comes into picture. MSA, basically what it does, it quantifies, MSA is, I'll explain you, it is measurement system analysis. It quantifies the variation coming from measurement system. Very simple. Measurement system. So MSA, measurement system analysis, is a branch of statistics, or you can say Six Sigma, which quantifies the variation which is coming because of the measurement system. Now type in the chat box, in your process, what kinds of measurement systems are you using? Any measurement system you are using. For example, let me give you example. Some of you would be using weighing scales. Some of you would be using thermometers, pressure gauges, vernier calipers, screw gauges, or speedometers. There are so many gauges, pH meters, very good. kWh meter, very good. Thickness measurement, GSM measurement, very good. Impact strength, very nice, super. Hydrometers, very good, super. Okay, so these are various measurement systems. Okay, there is another measurement system, which is sometimes there is something called attribute measurement system, which we are going to talk about. But are you clear? Measurement system, what is, so measurement is one of the 6M, and we are going to discuss about today the measurement part to quantify how much variation is induced because of the measurement system. We do measurement system analysis. Okay, that is what today's topic is. So in measurement system, let me just remove this. In MSA, there are 2 parts. In MSA, measurement system analysis, there are 2 parts. What are the 2 parts? If you have continuous data, then we go for GRR, gauge repeatability and reproducibility. And if we have a discrete data, we go for attribute agreement analysis, which is the topic of discussion for today. Whatever examples you guys have given in the chat, okay, right from calibration equipments and vernier calipers and, let me just read out some of them. Weighing scales, okay. And you said pH meter, conductivity meter, DO meter, thickness measurement, GSM, gram per square meter, impact strength measurement, okay, DV, then kilowatt hours meters, weighing balances. All these are basically come under continuous category. What is continuous? The data which is continuous in nature, for example, which can be measured on a continuous scale. 10.1, 10.2, 10.3, 10.4, 10.9, 11, 11.1. It is continuous, and it can be shown in the decimal. That is a continuous data. Okay. But apart from that, there is a second type of a data, which is called a discrete data. Discrete data is just like pass, fail, accept, reject. Okay. Go, no go, male, female. That kind of data is there. That is called discrete data. In that kind of a data, we go for attribute agreement analysis. Are you clear? Just type yes in the chat box. Super. So today, yeah, I'll give you the full form of it. GRR stands for gauge repeatability and reproducibility, and AAA, gauge repeatability and reproducibility, gauge. So US people write gauge like GAGE, gauge. Britishers write GAUGE, gauge. Okay, that's the only difference between the spelling. Both are the same. GAG also the same thing. GAUG also the same thing. Okay. Gauge repeatability and reproducibility. Okay. Now, clear? And AAA का full form है attribute agreement analysis, which is the topic of the day today. All right. Attribute agreement. Attribute is discrete, the same thing. Okay. Agreement analysis. So today we are going to discuss, if we have a discrete data, how do we handle this? Okay. So before that, let me just give some kind of guidelines here. In MSA, measurement system analysis, which is done in all the areas, all the industries, not only in automotive and in manufacturing industries, but in service industries also, it is done. Okay. So today we will discuss the service industry examples actually. Okay. Today we will discuss one example, which is, maybe a file. Okay. The loan application file. And then we will discuss a doctor example where I will manually calculate the kappa value for you, so that you will get some idea about it. Okay. Now, there is a body called AIAG, which is Automotive Industry Action Group, which is a governing body for the automotive sector. And there is a body in German automotive, which is VDA. Okay, it's a German word, VDA. Now, these two bodies basically, what do you say? Just like we have ISO, no? We have ISO, right? ISO examples, right? See, examples will be applicable in both. AAA also is done in the manufacturing as well. But in manufacturing, more we go for GRR, gauge R&R. Okay, so, but today we have more of the AAA. So examples would be so, but it will be applicable in in manufacturing as well equally. Okay. Now, AIAG and VDA are the bodies who basically govern the norms of this MSA, measurement system analysis. Okay. So according to them, what they suggest, when you are conducting this study, they suggest that at least take 3 people. Okay, at least take 3 people and take 10 samples. Let's say, for example, I want to measure the diameter of this pen. Example, I'm just giving you. Okay, so they will take 10 pens. Okay, 10 different pens they will take. So 10 samples, I'll write it over here so that you can understand this. So what they suggest, whatever you want to measure, no? First, at least take 10 samples, okay, into 3 people. 3 people. Generally, this 3 idea comes from the 3 shift operations, because there is person in the first shift, second shift, night shift, etc. So at least take 3 people just to check between the people, is there any variation? Okay. And then for every person will check the diameter 3 times. That will 3 trials. So 10 samples, 3 people, I will write as P, and 3 trials. Okay. So total 10 into 3 into 3, total around 90 data points we collect in measurement system analysis. Okay. So it is advisable to collect at least 90 data points in this fashion. Take the 10 samples. Now, if let's say, for example, for AAA attribute agreement, yes, no, accept, reject kind of a thing. So you take 10 loan files, for example, 10 files of the loan, and 3 people who will check that, and everybody will check that file 3 times. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Anything more than 90, always better, but maintain that symmetry. So how will you maintain the symmetry? Instead of 3 people, you can add 4 people. Instead of 3 trials, you can add, 4 trials. Okay. But again, this is the minimum they are expecting from you. And always statistics says, but more the sample size, always better for you to do the prediction, right? Now, let's come to repeatability and reproducibility. Okay. Now, what is repeatability? Repeatability is the first repeatability. Just to give you the basic, first we'll cover the basic, and then I will directly go to the Minitab. We'll do the AAA, then we will go for the manual calculation. Okay. What is repeatability? The same, what you can say, sample. Imagine you take a vernier caliper to measure the diameter. Okay, just one example. So same sample plus same equipment and the same person. That means, for example, what is repeatability? If the same pen is given with the same vernier caliper to the same person, okay, and if he is taking multiple reading of the same pen and all the readings are exactly the same, that is called repeatability, ability to repeat the reading. Okay, the same person is repeating the reading. Okay, and when it comes to reproducibility, is same sample, same equipment, but different person. The same pen and the same equipment is given to a different person. If he also gives the same reading, that is called as reproducibility. Reproducibility meaning ability to produce the result by different people. Now, how do you remember this? I'll give you a simple clue. How do I remember this? Okay, I give a very simple logic because a lot of people get confused. What is repeatability? What is reproducibility? So, reproducibility meaning, now to reproduce a baby, for example, we need 2 persons, right? A male and a female, correct? So we need 2 different people. So to reproduce, we need 2 different people. So that's how I associate reproducibility with different people. Are you clear? Yes. So when it comes to reproducibility, always remember there are different people under test. When it comes to repeatability, it's the same person doing the testing. Clear, everybody? Just give me yes in the chat box. This is called repeatability and reproducibility. Yeah, good explanation. Huh? Because I coach the student community for memory as well, so I can give a lot of examples like this. And see, we generally struggle na repeatability, reproducibility, or if you go to the teamwork example, overproduction, overprocessing, people get confused behind it, right? So we have to associate separately, then you can easily understand this. Okay, so this is basically called gauge repeatability reproducibility study, and we are going to understand now when it comes to yes, no, accept, reject. That is called attribute, where there is a subjectivity. You like or did not like. This is called attribute. There is no measurement as such. When that kind of data is there, then we go for attribute agreement analysis, which we are going to discuss today. Clear, everybody? Are you with me till now? Just give me yes in the chat box. So today we are going to discuss this part, the attribute agreement analysis part, the other part. Okay. Now, I'm just sharing with you a file. First, we'll do a quick Minitab exercise here. The name of the file is AAA. If you have laptop with Minitab installed, then this will get open because it is .mtw. MTW is Minitab worksheet. Okay. So if you have the laptop right now, you are logged in with laptop. And I always suggest this whenever you, if possible, if you're not traveling, etc. If possible, whenever possible, just connect with your laptop with, of course, Minitab installed. Then we can do the exercises along with, each other. Okay, so that we will learn in the live sessions. Yeah, once you open the file, please let me know. Meanwhile, I will also open the file. Okay. First, we will do this Minitab exercise. I will explain you the scenario, and then we will go for the. I'll give you another example, and there we will manually calculate a kappa value. It's a little complicated one, okay, but I'll just show it once. You don't have to remember the formula, etc. It is already there, built in the software, okay. But just for our understanding, we can. A lot of people has that interest. Sir, can you explain the formula behind it? Okay, a lot of people has that interest. Okay, everybody open the file. Just give me a in the chat box so that we can proceed further. Let me share my screen. Why? Very good. So yeah. So meanwhile, other people are opening. Just let me explain you the background. Now this is a bank. Again, we are discussing here attribute agreement analysis, AAA. It's an attribute data, yes, no. See, continuous data will have numbers. Okay, 10.1, 10.2, 10.3. These are the numbers. Okay, 10.0, 10.1.5, 10.25. These are the numbers. These are the digits in with decimals. It's a continuous data. But right now it is yes, no, pass, fail, accept, reject. Okay, so here there are 10 loan applications. So this is loan application. Okay. Given to the bank. This is not a file or different file, is it? It must be the same file, no? Oh, is it? Okay. एक मिनट मैं देखता हूँ. Let me see कौन सा फाइल मैंने शेयर किया है. मैंने कौन सा? Just a second. All right, just a second, just a second. So I'm just giving you another file. Okay, just a second. हाँ हाँ, गॉट इट गॉट इट गॉट इट। सो ये वाला ओपन करिएगा। ओके, व्हाट इज द चैलेंज यू आर गेटिंग? Android is window based, right? I think it should work then. Okay, different OS है. Can you just check, Shweta, can you just check if you can install Windows on your tab, if possible? Okay, it's a mobile phone based. Okay, okay. Yeah, please check if on your tab, if you can install Windows. एक बार check करके देखिए, the expert can help you in that. And once Windows are installed, then yeah, Microsoft चाहिए. Windows अगर है तो then you can. Okay, अभी open हो गया है. Everybody got the same file now? या एक बार चेक करके देखिए श्वेता जी, आपको मिल जाएगा ये, ठीक है? हाँ, तो मैं भी अभी शेयर करता हूं. सो लेट मी शेयर माय फाइल वंस अगेन, हियर वी गो. ओके, yeah, so now the file is about 10 samples of 10 loan applications. Okay, now these are three officers. Okay, do you remember 10 samples, three people or three officers and three trials, right? So here you can see 10 samples are here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 10. Okay. And let's say, for example, officer A trial 1, officer A trial 2, officer B trial 3, officer A trial 3. Okay. So the first three trials are about officer A. Then remaining three, the next three trials are officer B, and another next three trials are officer C. There is something called truth as well, but I'll speak about it later. Let's talk about now. Understand this repeatability. Let's calculate repeatability manually. Okay, how do you do repeatability? Again, let me remind, repeatability is ability of the same person to repeat the readings, right? For example, let's take officer A के पास first file आया. Okay, he says no, rejected. He is saying no, no, and no all the three times. All the three times. Now, he will not be given the file once and he will be asked, okay? Randomly, this will be given to him. Try to understand this. Try to understand the logic behind it. Randomly, it will not be, file will be given and you have to ask the question. You know, is it rejected? Yes, it is rejected. Is it rejected? Yes, it is rejected. Is it rejected? No, it is not like that. Randomly means a file is given today. Maybe after 3 days, the file will be given, and the same file will be given, and that person has to evaluate the file once again, just like a fresh measurement. Okay, then only it will make sense. Huh? It is not. Even though they have collected the data like this, you have to do the checking randomly. Are you clear? The randomization. Randomization is clear. Similarly, when you are doing the measurement of the diameter, it is not a pen is given and the diameter is measured 3 times. No, it has to be given at a different time. Then only it will make sense. Clear, everybody? Just give me yes in the chat. Because we want to check the variation coming from the system, right? So we have to eliminate all the bias. If I give the same file and the same file is checked by the same person at the same time, there'll be bias, right? Remaining two readings will be bias readings. So to eliminate that bias, we have to give it randomized pattern. Okay. Yes, different days, different time, and those files, they will not be knowing that what is the number of the file, etc. Okay. Now, so he is saying no, no, no. Now tell me, is he repeatable? Is he repeatable? All the three occasions he's saying no, no, no. That means he is consistent with his reading and he is repeatable. Clear, everybody? Repeatability clear hai? Now, this is officer A का area है. Okay. This is officer B and this is officer C, right? Now we will measure quickly how many times that officer is repeatable. Okay. Let's say second time. Yes, yes, yes. Of course, is repeatable. Third, no, 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 he is repeatable. Fourth, repeatable. Fifth, repeatable. Six, seven, eight, nine. That means he is actually 100% repeatable. Can you see? If you observe very closely, officer A is 100% repeatable. Just give me yes if you have understood this. 100% meaning out of 10, every time he is repeatable. There not has been a single incident where he has actually made a different comment, right? Now, can you just calculate repeatability for officer B and officer C and tell me in the chat? Officer B का चेक करिए, ऑफिसर सी का रिपीटेबिलिटी चेक करिए एंड गिव मी इन द चैट. बी का कितना है? 9. दैट मींस 90% फॉर बी. वेरी गुड. कहां पे गलती की है? फाइनल में गलती की है. कैन यू सी हियर? फाइनल इसमें दे हैव मेड सम काइंड ऑफ अ एरर, राइट? ऑल रेस्ट ऑफ देम आर एब्सोल्युटली फाइन. Officer C is 80%. Where there is a error in this second last, you can see yes, no, no, and the second one you are saying yes, no, and no. Can you see? Rest of them all are consistent. So repeatability of A is 100%, repeatability is B is 90%, repeatability of C is 80%. Are you clear? Just give me yes in the chat box. Clear hai everybody? Understood manual calculation of repeatability? This is how you can calculate repeatability as well. Clear? Now, let's talk about reproducibility. What is reproducibility? Remember my analogy? To produce a baby, we need two different people, male and a female, right? So we are comparing amongst these three people. Okay. Now, let me remove this. Now, how do we calculate reproducibility? We have to check across the line. Okay. For the first file, okay, even one deviation is there, it is not reproducible. Okay. One deviation. For example, let's say no, 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 no. So everybody is saying no. So as of now, let's forget about truth. Truth को थोड़ा सा side में रखते हैं. I'll explain you what is truth. So this is reproducible. The first one is reproducible. Okay. Can you just find all for the rest of 9, whether they are reproducible or not? For example, let's say second one. Yes, 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 yes. But here you are saying no, no. That means this is not reproducible. Clear? Can you just give me the percentage of reproducibility here out of this 10? Observe just closely. Is it 60%, everybody? So third is also rejected. Fourth is accepted. Fifth is accepted. Sixth is accepted. Seventh is okay. Eighth is okay. Ninth and 10th are not accepted. So 60%. Are you clear? Repeatability, reproducibility, manual calculation clear hai? Just give me yes in the chat box. Funda clear ho gaya? Repeatability, reproducibility with triple A example. Now, tell me in your case, do you have anybody in the room has attribute data? attribute data, wherever you collect attribute data? Do you have any example where you collect attribute data? Just type yes, no in the chat box. Do you have, think about it. In your office, in your company, in your organization, in your process, do you have any attribute data collection? Okay. So this will be applicable wherever you have such kind of a data collection. Feedback forms. Yes, very good, very good. So you can actually do such kind of attribute agreement analysis just to check the variation coming from measurement system. Now, it should be like variation there is a probability of inducing variation. Now, when officer A, officer B, officer C checking the acceptability of the file, obviously there could be some variation factor which can play the role. Okay. Now, with Minitab, how we can do this? Okay, let me talk about that first. Okay. Yeah, there could be few quality parameters as well. I'll give you example of this color. Let's say color combination or the color, whether is it accepted color or rejected color. Okay, if you're in a textile company. Okay, so the product which you're making, whether the color is matching or not, if it is a visual inspection, then this will be applicable, accepted or rejected. So it will be matched with the sample given by the standard or the customer. And if the color is not matching according to you, you have to have the decision accept or reject. That is also I'll just give you one example. That's what. Let's go to Minitab and find out this, how you can actually do this. Go to stat, quality tool, attribute agreement analysis. Can you just follow this path, please? Now with the Minitab, now we have manually calculated. With Minitab, how do we calculate this? That is what something which we are going to discuss. Go to stat, quality tools, attribute agreement analysis. Go to stat, quality tools, attribute agreement analysis. Just click on that. Now, because our data is into multiple columns, we have to select this multiple column here. Okay. Truth bhi मैं बताता हूँ. Truth bhi. What is truth? Let's try to understand what is truth. Okay. Truth is somebody, for example, let's say officer A has said yes, B has said yes, C has said yes. But is it actually yes or not? There has to be a senior authority who should be taking a call. So who is generally a senior authority? Maybe he is a head of the department. And these are the officers of, let's say, credit department of that bank or NBFC. And the truth is the head of that credit department, whose call is the final call. See, once the file goes through these officers, then it goes to the final approval for the towards the head of the department, and head of the department will take a call. So truth will be head of department. So what we check here is we check repeatability and reproducibility, but we also check the accuracy of that as well. Accuracy in the sense, whether are you matching your decision with the truth, with the standard. Truth is considered to be a standard. Okay, so truth is like a third umpire whose decision will be the final decision. Clear? So in this case, the truth is that person. Okay, that is how the truth basically plays a role. Accuracy ke liye. Now, because we have multiple columns, we have to click on multiple columns here. Just click on multiple columns and click in the box below that. So you will get all the columns which are there on the left hand side. Okay. To other ABC, no, reproducibility के लिए truth के साथ compare नहीं करते. Only इसके लिए reproducibility all the three members के लिए. Accuracy of the reproducibility के लिए truth के साथ compare करते हैं. Accuracy of the reproducibility. Okay. So it is like sometimes what will happen? Everybody will say yes, 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 yes. So they're reproducible. Okay. But if the truth says no, that means reproducibility is there, but accuracy of the reproducibility is not there. Are you clear? अंडरस्टैंड दिस. सो इसका मतलब क्या है, तीनों को भी वो फैक्टर में वी नीड टू कैलिब्रेट, वी नीड टू गिव द ट्रेनिंग, वी नीड टू गिव देम द क्लैरिटी. ओके, या ही हैज द वीटो पावर, यस यू कैन से दैट. यूनाइटेड नेशन सिक्योरिटी काउंसिल जैसा वीटो पावर होता है उनके पास. ओके, एनीवे, सो मल्टीपल कॉलम्स में just once you click on that, now you have to select all the columns. For example, all the columns right from officer A trial 1 से लेके officer C trial 3 तक. How do we select it? Select officer A trial 1, click on shift. Now follow this. Select officer A trial 1, which is column number 2, press shift and then select officer C trial 3. So, all the columns will get selected, and just click on this select button here. Click on select button. So all the columns will get selected. I repeat again, just follow this process. Because we have data in multiple columns, we'll select multiple columns. We'll click on this. So all the columns will get appeared here. Select officer A trial 1, press shift, and officer C trial 3. So all the columns will get selected. Click on select. Okay. Then number of appraisals, click say 3. Number of trials, say 3. Appraisals names, you can say A, then space B, space C. Okay. And the known standard, again, it's an optional thing where we have that all truth. So double click on truth, it will get selected. Everybody with me till now? Just give me yes. सबने कर लिया ये सिलेक्शन? All right. Just click on OK. So first you will get this. Now here, understand this. This is basically, if you see, this is nothing but reproducibility. And this is what we have just spoken, na? Accuracy of reproducibility. And because we have calculated manually, the first officer A has 100%, officer B 90%, officer C 80%. We manually calculated it, right? If we would have calculated this accuracy as well, officer A has 100% accuracy. That means what? When he is saying yes, 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 truth is also saying yes. Okay. Whereas officer B has 80%, officer B and C has 80% accuracy. That means if they are saying yes, 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 truth is saying no. So there are 2 instances out of 10 where they are saying yes and truth is saying no, or they are saying no, truth is saying yes. That's where first one is 100% accurate, second and third are 80% accurate. Yes, standard is the truth. Yeah, this is the truth. So let me write down here. Okay. Appraiser versus standard. Standard meaning the truth. Clear, everybody? Just give me yes in the chat box. This is, we have already manually calculated. 190 manually calculated. This is what is graphically shown here. And this is with truth, software has calculated. Clear? But we are interested in the statistics of it. Okay. Now, where do we get the statistics? Just click here. Okay, just see my cursor. So this is the sessions window where we will get all the statistics. There is one value we get, which is the kappa value. Okay. So we'll click on that. We'll click on that statistical calculation. So we'll get this window. Just scroll a little up. You'll get a lot of numbers and statistics, etc., etc., etc. Okay. If we observe very closely, so this is the result of AAA attribute agreement analysis .mtw minitab, MT meaning minitab, W meaning worksheet. It's a minitab worksheet. Okay. So this is the name within appraisal. So if you observe here, this assessment is actually about the reproducibility, basically. Sorry, repeatability. So the appraisal A is 100%, appraiser B is 90%, appraiser C is 80%. The same thing which is shown in the statistics here. Okay. And for that, the software has calculated a kappa value. Now, kappa value is a value which defines whether it is acceptable or not. Okay. So here the kappa value is 1 for the officer A, which the best kappa value. The second officer is 0.86, which is having 90% this one, repeatability. And the third one is 0.65 kappa value for officer C. Okay. Again, what is kappa value? I'll just show you some formula. If you are interested, you can just make a note of it. Okay. What we are interested in the final reading of it. If you scroll down at the bottom, you will get all appraisals with standard. Now, this is what we are basically interested in. All appraisals with standards, the kappa value is 0.78. Now, just try to understand this. There are various guidelines. Again, the same bodies, basically, we have AIAG and VDA. See, AIAG क्या है? US based body है. VDA is German based body, Germany. Okay, that's the only difference. Both are automotive industries. So what they suggest, okay, just make a note of this. According to AIAG, I'll just give you the official number, which is what you can say, the updated numbers, which are, if the kappa value is above 75, 0.75, that is very strong agreement. That means acceptable, amazing, measurement system. If it is between 0.4 to 0.75, it is moderate. If it is less than 0.4, it is not acceptable or rejected, you can say. Okay. You can reject that measurement system. When it comes to VDA, VDA says a little different story. It says if it is 0.8 up to 0.8. So between 1 and 0.8, it is very strong. If it is between 0.6 to 0.8, it is moderate. And if it is less than 0.6, you can reject it. So VDA is a little stringent in the norms. Now, see, understand this. We have to take a call as an industry. Every industry, see, these are the guidelines given by the automotive sector. Your industry, see, understand it. Let's make it very simple. If you are, a scrap collector, a metal scrap collector. Now we have that metal, kabadi wala bolte na hum log usko, Hindi mein kabadi wala bolte. So they come with very old weighing scale with them. Yes. Yeah, I'll give you that. Just understand the analogy. There is no unit into that. This is just 0 points. These are just pure numbers. Okay, you can say percentage. Okay, 75%. You can say like that. Okay. Now coming back to that example of if we have somebody who is a scrap collector and he would have a very old weighing scale which is not calibrated at all, and you are also not bothered. If you have some 50 kg of scrap, so he will just weigh it and show that, okay, it is coming 40 kg. So 10 kg ka he will make the difference, and he will pay you something and he'll go away. I'll just give you example. Now understand this. If you go to a goldsmith, if you go to a jewelry shop, what is the precision and accuracy? Very, very precise, because now we are not dealing with the scrap metal. We are not dealing with the, we are dealing with a very precious metal. And nowadays it has become more precious. Its value has skyrocketed. Exactly. So we have 0.0001 gram, etc. also will be measured, right? So understand this. So which business are you in? Accordingly, you can set your scale. Are you understanding? I'm just giving you analogy so that you can, take your course. So every industry, every scenario, every context wise, you can set up that I will reject anything below 0.6. I will reject. Okay. If you set up like that, that will also, okay. Clear, everybody? So you have to put the data into the software and check the kappa value and take the decision whether to accept or reject. When it is rejected, then you have to again equipment recalibration, training to the people, etc., etc. You have to do it again and do this kind of a testing once again. Clear, everybody? Just give me yes in the chat box. Super clear है ये? Now, next, lot of people were asking me the question that, sir, how do you calculate this kappa value? By the way, are you interested to know how this manual calculation of kappa is done? It is very complicated, by the way. And even I don't remember the formula. I'll just copy and paste the formula for you. Are you interested just to know? If yes, then I will take this extra effort to explain you with a simple example so that you can also calculate this, okay? Very good. So if you guys are interested, let me pull out some, let me just pull out one file for you. Just give me a second. एक simple example लेते हैं so that you guys can easily understand, okay? Just a second. All right. Super. So let me quickly share my screen. Now the scenario is, so again, the disclaimer is kappa calculation is a little complex calculation. We don't have to do it manually ever, but let me give you this simple analogy to explain this, okay? Now again, there are three psychiatrists. And we are just checking 7 patients here. And these psychiatrists have to check the patient, check their files, everything, the status. And you have to declare whether they are in depression, they're depressed or not depressed. Are you clear? So D for depressed, ND for not depressed. Are you clear? Just give me yes in the chat box. So there are 7 patients. Just for simple calculation, we have done this. Okay. For example, patient number 1, Dr. 1 says depressed, Dr. 2 says depressed, Dr. 3 says depressed. So the total is non-depressed is 0 and depressed is 3. Okay. Yeah, VDA is a German word actually. So it is not an English word, it's a German word. So just like BMW. So BMW is a German short form, right? Because they are German manufacturers. So there is a full form, but it's in Germany. So even I have to check. Okay. AIG is the English ones because it is Automotive Industry Action Group. So we can easily. Anyway. कहाँ पे था मैं? हाँ. So second patient, Dr. 1 says depressed, Dr. 2 says not depressed, Dr. 3 says depressed. Okay. Similarly, we have collected some data. Now, what is the formula for kappa? First, write down the formula for kappa. Just if you are interested and if you are, so kappa formula is this, okay, which is shown as K. So PO minus PE divided by 1 minus PE. Now, what is PO and what is PE? PO stands for observed proportion. PO is equal to observed proportion. Observed proportion. And PE stands for expected proportion. Expected proportion. Okay. Now, how do you calculate PE and PO? Let me just unka thoda formula complicated hai, but let me try to explain you. So PE is calculated like, first we will calculate PE. This all happens at the back end. Just make a note of this just for your understanding. For example, let's calculate this. So ND is non-depressed and D is depressed. Okay. So total if we do, so there are 8 depressed reading and there are 13 non-depressed readings. So total out of 20 readings, we have 8 non-depressed and 13 depressed readings. Okay. So if we take the percentage of non-depressed, that will be 8 divided by 21, which will be 0.38. Okay. And if we consider the depressed percentage, that will be 13 divided by 21, which will be 0.62. Correct? And what is PE? The PE is nothing but, okay, मैं PE यहाँ यहीं पे लिखता हूं. PE का फॉर्मूला ये है summation of, so 0.38 square plus 0.62 square. So if we do this calculation, it will come to 0.53. You can just confirm this, okay? Because our previous batch has done it, so I've just noted it down. So this is how the P, which is expected proportion, okay? Expected proportion. All right. Now let's talk about PO. Now PO's formula is a little complex. PO is 1 divided by N into N. First is, capital N. The second one is small n. Into N minus 1. I'll explain you what is N, etc. First, write this down. In bracket, summation of Ni square, write this down, I'll explain you, minus N into N. Bracket complete, bracket complete. Now, what is N and what is N? First N is number of patients. The capital N is number of patients. And a small n is number of doctors, which is 3. So patients are 7. So in bracket, I will write 7 here, 7. And number of doctors are 3. All right. So that means if we put the values here, 1 divided by 7 into 3 in bracket 3 minus 1 in this. Now, what is this Ni? Try to understand this. Ni are these individual numbers. Ni are these individual numbers. For example, 0 square, then see summation of Ni square, no? So 0 square plus 3 square plus 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square plus 0 square. For example, so they will just do this calculation and that calculation comes out to be 47. Okay. Minus you have in bracket 7 into 3, correct? Which is 21. Bracket complete, bracket complete. If we do this entire calculation, that calculation comes down to be, so this calculation comes down to be 0.624. आप कर सकते हो, just to confirm, okay? So then we put the values of kappa, K, kappa value. Kappa K is equal to PO minus PE, जैसे कि मैंने ऊपर दिया है, divided by 1 minus PE. So we have PO is equal to 0.53 minus PE is equal to, this was done in the last, batch. PE का calculation किया है, sorry. PO is 0.62, sorry, that's what my mistake. So this one is, so your PO is 0.624 minus your PE is 0.53, okay, divided by 1 minus 0.53. If we do this calculation, that is coming approximately 0.19, ऐसा कुछ तो है. So 0.19 kappa value, which is clearly a rejected kappa value. Clear, everybody? Just take a screenshot of this. Ni square. Ni square is what? Summation of Ni. Ni are these numbers, okay? For example, this is the, just focus on this. These are, for example, here, 0 ND, 0 meaning what? In this row, there is not a single not depressed person was there. And 3 is depressed. Okay, so 0 square plus 3 square plus 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square plus 0 square plus 1 square plus 2 square plus 0 square plus 3. If we add these squares, that is called summation of Ni square. Clear, Maheshji? Ni are these individual numbers which are there in this column, no? Just give me yes. Okay. Now, yes, you can just take a screenshot of this. If I also can do it, let me just check if I can do this as well. Just a second. First, let me. Okay. Full screen. Okay. Let me just see if this can be shared across. Okay, just give me a second. Super. Let me just try out if, yes, you can just see if you can download this screenshot. Try किया मैंने वो, I think आ गया है. Let's see. Just you can see if you can copy that. Okay, you can download that. इसमें सभी फॉर्मूला है. CP sorry, इसके क्या कापा फॉर्मूला. Okay. Clear, everybody? Just give me yes. Now what we'll do? Now low kappa indicates, there is no much traction between the doctors. So doctors' understanding is very, there is a variation among the doctors. There is a what you can say, alignment with the doctor. So some doctor is saying, the person is depressed. Some doctor is saying the person is not depressed. Understand this. See, the consequences are huge, no? If one doctor is saying, one doctor is saying the patient is depressed, other one is saying patient is not depressed. So see the difference in the medication suggested. It will be huge difference, na? East and west difference between the medication suggested. Okay, so this study can reveal so many things, no? Then those people should sit together and understand on what factors you have concluded that this person is not depressed or otherwise, right? So this is very important for us. 0.919 suggests it is a very low kappa value. Yes, exactly. So calibration, they have to come on the a standard pattern. Okay, that is what it is revealing. Otherwise, we go to doctor, one doctor say that's what actually happens, isn't it? One doctor say this, other doctor say the other thing. The same patient, the same file, the same reports are shown to different doctors. Different doctors conclude differently. And this is this is a measurement variation. Earlier, we didn't have any kind of a mechanism to calculate it, statistically calculate it. But this is amazing tool called attribute agreement analysis, where we can actually put the data in the software, or even manually also we can calculate a kappa value. Manually, it will take a little bit of time, but you can at least conclude that this is not, accepted or not accepted. Clear everybody? Just give me yes in the chat box. Super clear hai ye? So what we have seen today. So let me just conclude quickly. So what have we seen? Just can you just type in the chat box quickly, right from 7:30 p.m. Yes. So, and at this point in time, this particular AAA study is a failed. So we can reject that AAA study. Okay. Very good. Now, what we have seen. So we have seen, first we have discussed about 6Ms, man, machine, measurement. Out of that, today's topic was about measurement. So in statistics, in Six Sigma, there is something called measurement system analysis, which is quantifying the variation from measurement system, coming from measurement system, right? Now, in measurement system, there are two parts. One is GRR, if you have continuous data, and then we have AAA if we have attribute data. Attribute meaning yes, no, fail, pass, fail, accept, reject, etc. Okay. Now today's topic was about attribute agreement analysis. So then after that, yeah, in between we studied repeatability and reproducibility and some AIAG and VDA guidelines, correct? Like for example, 10 samples, 10, the 3 people, 3 trials, 90 data points. Okay, what is repeatability? What is reproducibility? Then manual calculation of repeatability we have done. Manual repeatability and reproducibility we have done. Yes, everybody? Correct? Yeah, there are so many of them, And generally we suggest this, which we suggest this kind of a study to be conducted in all these things. Yes, absolutely, yes. Okay. Now manually we have calculated, yes, right? 100%, 90%, 80%. So how to calculate manual repeatability, manual reproducibility we have checked, correct? Yes. Now, again, because of Sachinji, because of non-disclosure agreement, we cannot share that part, and even we are not allowed to take out that data, okay, because that is in their system. But still, I will see if any practical, without, of course, masking the names, we can share, okay. Now, coming back to loan file accepted. Yes, exactly. Loan file we can accept because it was the kappa value was 0.78, which is a very good kappa value. So we can accept the loan file. Doctor's example was a pathetic kappa value. So we can reject that measurement system. Okay. After manual RNR, then we have seen the Minitab example. Okay, with the loan file wala example. So we collected the data, we learned how to put the data in the Minitab and how to check the kappa value, right? Then we have seen a manual calculation of kappa value with formula. Okay. So kappa basically is just like alpha, beta, delta, theta, gamma. So kappa is also what you can say Greek letter. And there are two statisticians basically one is Cohen, who basically started this kappa calculation. Other statistician is Fleece. So these are two statisticians who contributed heavily into this kappa calculation. Okay. So this is what we have covered today. Have you understood? Just give me yes. Have you enjoyed the discussion? Have you learned something deeper today? Just give me yes. Very good. Thank you, Pratik ji. Verband der Automobile Industry. German Association. Very nice. Super. Thank you very much. Okay, so you can just check the recording in the masterclass archive folder. Okay, whenever you want. Okay, I will put the files, both the files in the even the doctor wala file I will just put it over there. If possible, the screenshot which I've taken, I will put that screenshot of the formula also. If you are interested, you can take that down. Okay, you can download that. All right. Thank you very much for joining in. We'll connect again on Monday with the same enthusiasm, a different topic. Tomorrow there is Sunday. There is a yellow belt session. If you want to refer somebody to that session and get 40% referral bonus, okay, if they upgrade, okay, please do that. The link will be there in the community tab. All right. So you can check out that link. You can copy and share with your, with your community, friends, family members. Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much. See, emails ka we will check. Of course, we'll check. But I would recommend email पे rely मत करिए first of all. The reason being, our entire email system is heavily loaded email system. Okay. What happens is because we send lot of data, so lot of the systems, your official systems or servers put our emails in the bulk email senders category. Now, bulk email senders, some systems consider them as a spammers. Okay, so even though we are not spammers, but still it will go into the spam category, into the promotion category. That also can happen. Sometimes because of some technical reason, it gets bounced back, etc. But what I suggest, um, let's see, our live session timing is fixed, Saturdays and Mondays. Okay, so whenever we get 7:30, so it's a fixed time, Saturday 7:30, Monday 7:30. You just have to come into www.sparrandgiven.in, come to the community section, click on the community section, and on the top of it there will be the link of the live session. Okay, and just click on the live session link and open the link and enter into the session. Is it clear? Yes. So rather than relying on emails or the WhatsApp communication, the straightforward thing is that come to our LMS system, www.sparrandgiven.in, come to community, click on the link and enter. That's it. Okay, that's a simple strategy everybody should follow, and we will check into that why your emails are not getting delivered. There could be some technical reasons behind it, or our team will find out. Okay. Thank you very much for joining in till the time. Keep learning, keep growing. Bye bye. Take care. Good night. Bye bye.